Gary, put my mother on the phone.
What'd your mother call?
He's the world's worst producer.
Smelly.
He's so smelly and stupid.
Retard.
No, my mother called in just as we were going to commercial, so Gary said to her, hey, he doesn't know what she wants. I don't know what she wants. You know?
Mm-hmm. Now, has he lost her?
No, he's got her. Okay. Let's see. I gotta remember how to get, you know.
Now, you gotta remember how to get her.
Mommy? Mumsy.
Hi, Houch.
Houch and Mumsy.
Listen,
Yeah,
should I hold myself available for an FME?
Oh, yeah, my mother wants an FME. I forgot that.
Have you not been nominated this year?
She actually called me and said, am I getting an FME?
Yeah.
So I said, I don't know. And I said, Gary handles all that. And then, you know, I don't even know who's going to win. And then she says, I want an FME.
Right.
Yeah, but you don't call in that much anymore, so you probably wouldn't win one.
What do you mean I don't call in much anymore?
You don't. You used to call in a lot more, and we used to talk about your sex life and stuff. That was funny.
I don't think that's funny.
Your sex life isn't funny.
I've been seeing my mother for 2 days now. She's feeling awfully close to me because, you know, I didn't want to shoot or talk to magazines at my house. So we went over to my mom's house.
Right. Wasn't it great, Hal?
And we had 2 full days of, you know...
You coming home.
Me coming home. My mother loved it. You know, I was like in my bedroom again.
I loved it, but I was a little embarrassed, Howard.
Why?
Because I haven't read the book yet.
I know. Well,
and they're asking me questions about this book.
Yeah, but you understand what's going on.
What do you mean, what's going on?
They've read the book. How come she hasn't?
That's right, Robin. I mean, you know...
Because I can't get any... Why don't I have any copies of this book?
Your father said he's saving up money to buy a copy.
Yeah, well, no. The point is that because it's such a rush deadline to get it into the stores, no one has gotten a copy yet.
Oh.
They have like 20 copies for press.
But you plan on giving me a copy?
Yeah, of course.
And listen, you know, I've been thinking about it because they say you said some horrible things about me.
Well, it wasn't
She's holding the book back from you.
That's why I'm not giving it to you. No, it's just an honest assessment of you and Dad and what kind of parenting you provided.
So how should I approach reading this book? I mean, what
skip the first 7 chapters.
Skip the first 7 chapters?
Yeah, just read the rest.
You mean it's that bad?
No. It's just...
You couldn't find it in your heart to say something good?
Hey, I dedicated part of the book to you and Dad. What do you think of that?
Yeah, and then you went on to insult us?
Yeah.
Don't you think that's a fair exchange?
You should see my mother, how happy she was having her boy back in the house.
I was very happy.
I tell you, I've got the shakes after spending 2 days in my mom's house. It brings back it floods me with all kinds of weird memories.
Where did you sit? Did you sit in your little room?
Yeah, they took some pictures of me up in my...
little room, Robin, in his little bed.
I remember how, like, People Magazine got you into, like, weird stuff, like jumping up and down in the street. Yeah. They're good at that. You know, I mean, it was just like, you know, they never satisfied with anything.
Howard, they did some very creative work. I was impressed.
My mother's impressed by anyone who knows how to do anything.
No, that's not anyone.
Yeah.
They really sent a wonderful photographer.
So we were busy over at my mom's house, you know, and then, of course, I blew up yesterday because my publicist, the one that I hired,
a little case
was nowhere. No, it's not a. You know, you're so whacked out. My mother was unbelievable. One of the reporters asked my mother, "Hey, what do you think of Howard's clothes?" She goes, "Oh, Ralph is doing a very good job."
That's right.
So I go, Ma, why do you have to say something stupid like that?
You thought that was stupid?
Yeah, I mean, that was so stupid. It's like, you know, but why don't you tell everyone where the marionette worker is?
You know, Howard,
if I go out and hire someone to dress me and get me some nice clothes and stuff, just say, hey, I think Howard's clothes are really cool. You don't use your head. Everybody in show business has somebody dressing them. You think Cher goes shopping for herself? I direct Ralph as to what to buy.
About this incident because I told it to Ralph.
Yeah.
I was at Howard's house.
Oh, please, Ma, you know what? You're not using your head.
What do you mean I'm not using my head?
If I go to the trouble of dressing nice and spending money on clothes, you give the illusion that, hey, I'm not some kind of dolt. I tell Ralph what I want to wear and what I want to buy. I just can't physically go shopping. Still my look. They ask you, what'd you think of my clothes?
That's not your...
Ma, Oh, that's not my look. You mean how I dress is not my look?
That rag on your head is your look?
Yes, that's my look.
Oh, go away.
I tell you something. I am never doing another interview with my mother. This is it. So I said to my wife, I am never doing it again. And they all get tongue-tied. My father gets completely tongue-tied when the camera's on him.
Oh, your father was fabulous.
Oh, my God. In the middle of a speech, he just fizzled out. He's getting so old. My poor dad is really getting old. It was really heartbreaking.
Oh.
He's getting old.
You got some nerve, Howard. Your father was a pro. He was handling all the questions so beautifully. And
Did you see when Stone Phillips said to him, Mr. Stern,
yeah.
What do you think of the FCC? My father goes, look, Senator Daniel Patrick Moynihan did a study several years ago about the family. And he found...
What are you stealing your father's thunder?
No. I'm telling you what...
Be on TV.
No, wait, you got to hear this. Ma, mellow out, huh?
Oh, come on. You're doing it all wrong.
So my father goes, and Daniel Patrick Moynihan found that the family was the cause of the problem in the... And he stopped. So Stone Phillips goes, yes. And he goes, that's it. That's all. I'm done. That's it.
I thought it was kind of cute.
Yeah, he just kind of fizzled. The old man just got... I said, oh, boy. My dad's really intelligent, too. But, my mom and my dad get a little uptight around the camera.
Yesterday, when Dad spoke to one of the writers, he gave such an eloquent speech that the man...
Yeah, but they won't write it.
...said to him, that was very well put.
Yeah, and it's really great having a bunch of reporters evaluating my parents and stuff.
Oh,
so
I
walked into the house yesterday, and there's just like a bunch of reporters running around, spending an hour, 2 hours with my parents. God knows what my parents are saying. God knows what they're asking them. I hired a publicist to be there to sort of orchestrate the whole thing, to say, hey, okay, your time is up. Why should my parents have to sit there for 2 hours? I mean, what could you ask my parents for 2 hours?
You don't have to pay publicists.
Oh, please. So, and also, the reporters aren't supposed to run into each other, and they were all running into each other and stuff. My mother doesn't understand this.
Robin, he exaggerates everything.
Ma, was the guy with 3 reporters there all at the same time? What are you talking about? Why are you arguing with me?
Everybody was...
You're unbelievable. You're unbelievable.
It was beautiful.
She's unbelievable. And she goes, this is beautiful. She doesn't understand what I want out of this. And you know what kills me?
What do you want?
Today I got to do a 2-hour interview again with Dateline. I've done 2 hours the other day.
So now this is you and
I did.
Take care of that for you.
Yeah, you're terrific.
She wants to be your public.
Yeah, and then I did 7 hours of interviews already with this Dateline. It's going to be a 12-minute piece, and I already see what they're doing. All it's going to be about is the FCC. They wasted all that time with my parents, the whole stupid piece.
There's not going to be any time for that.
It's not going to be anything about me, about anything I've ever done creatively. You're not going to know anything about my book, which is why I'm doing all this dumb junk in the first place. And it's going to be, I can see already. They're already trying to get interviews with the FCC, and everyone they're interviewing, they're asking about the FCC. It's just going to be another stupid piece about this ridiculous issue with the FCC.
Can I tell?
As opposed to...
Can I tell the...
Ma, don't you get it? Ma, don't you get that it is not... They're not going to put that stuff in?
So what?
Oh, so I should waste my... Ma, you have nothing to do all day. I'm a busy man.
Oh, come on. We had a lot of fun.
Is that what life is all about? Fun?
Yeah, at this point, yeah. My mother doesn't have a lot of fun. Fun really kind of centers around me and my career.
And that's what everybody says they enjoy about you, Robin, that you give them a laugh for the day. You start on their day with...
Pollyanna come to mind?
Oh, it's so nice to hear. And
then my mother, the guy says to her, hey, how do you like Howard's clothes? Should have been like, hey, yeah, Howard looks great. Or, gee, I wish he'd dress in a nice suit and tie. She goes, no, Ma, that's not the truth. You didn't answer the question. You have to go, well Ralph is doing a very nice job.
What does that mean to the reporter?
What does that mean to the reporter? What does that mean to the people at home? Use your brains. Ma, let me ask you something. Do you cut your own hair?
No.
So when someone says, hey, what do you think of your mother's hair? I go, oh, the woman who cuts it does a very nice... No,
I would say the same
my mom's hair looks nice.
No. You can give credit where credit is due.
No, I give credit. I have credited Ralph in the book. Ma, I credited Ralph in the book with my look and all that. So I give plenty of credit to Ralph. When Cher's mother is interviewed, they say, Cher, what do you think of Cher's clothes? They don't go, well, I think Henry Duarte did a nice job on the outfit.
They always give credit.
No.
They always give credit.
Already.
But I want to tell you something.
God, I can't even get that together.
Oh, well, you don't let me talk.
Okay, so let's hear. I'm going to let you talk. For once, I'm going to let you talk. Let's hear what you have to say.
I want to tell an incident that occurred to me about your clothing, a thought of mine, an intimate thought of mine. Would you like to hear it?
No.
Share that with us.
I don't want to hear
I
it.
want to hear this.
I was going to tell it to you, Robin.
Okay.
I was at Howard's house, and I was in the room playing with the baby, and I didn't know that Howard was in the living room doing something. So I stepped out, and I wasn't expecting to see Howard, and I see him, but like it's not him. I see him in this green pair of pants with suspenders and a green shirt and all, all...
Yeah, so what's wrong with that?
No, it was gorgeous, except I didn't think it was you. And that was very weird.
First of all, I've changed my hairstyle. I've changed my manner of dress. No thanks to you, because the way that because you ruined me. In high school, I wanted to wear jeans and have a hip look in high school. Why do you think I couldn't get laid in high school, Ma? Take a guess. Blue Levi's that you forced me to wear?
In high school,
my mother was like, you can't have, and my mother goes, don't you dare get earrings. This is already when I'm an adult. I'm a father. And now I got earrings, got the long hair. The whole look looks great on me.
I don't like that rag on your head either.
Well, you don't like it. Too bad.
I don't like it if you want to know.
Then Ralph isn't doing a fine job.
Right, so then why don't you say that?
I like the clothing. He looks very
so some things you like. And so why don't you just say, oh, please, listen, who cares what you like, Ma? I see the way you dress.
I like. You care what I like.
You dress like a dowager.
You always ask me. Don't make out like you don't.
Look how you dress.
What's wrong with how I dress?
Oh, please.
I'm always appropriate.
Yeah, no, appropriate for what?
For the occasion.
You have no fun in your life. You wear the same stupid pants, and you don't go wild. You don't have any fun.
What do you mean?
With your clothing. Everything's so conservative.
Well, it's true, but...
And you don't wear any sexy outfits to arouse Dad.
Money on my clothing.
You never wear a sexy outfit to arouse Dad, ever. You never show cleavage or bust.
A boost?
Bustier. You never wear anything that... You never do anything that might arouse your husband?
My husband's very sexy.
You never worry about... No, he's not.
You just ask him.
My father's so sexually frustrated. He runs a conniption every night.
He thinks I'm the cat's meow.
You got beautiful double D's. You waste them. All right. I love you, Mother. Very good.
Too, Howard.
Dress up in something sexy today.
Be nice.
Yes.
Whatever you do, because, people...
Yeah, I'll be nice. I am so... Your voice is in my head.
Good.
For the last 39 years, counting away. How is it that I could be nice?
I did my job.
Very good, Mother. You did a great job. I love you.
Have fun.
You're a lovely woman.
Keep them laughing.
All right, baby.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Well, I've overcome my genetics.
Oh, listen.
I've outgrown it. I did the most with what I had to work with, and believe me, there wasn't much to work with.
I don't know what you're saying, Howard.
Do you hear that voice? Do you hear that? Am I just irritable, or is that does that pierce you?
Well, I don't have the same feeling about it that you do. I find it charming and funny.
Yeah, it's funny, I guess, if you hear it on the radio for a few minutes. But I heard that every day of my life. And Lord knows in high school, man, I mean, what the woman used to put me through. For some reason, I convinced them to let me grow my hair long, but I had to dress like a gork. Like with blue Levi's and like penny loafers. You know what that looks like? You look like Tiny Tim.
Yeah.
And even this hang-up, like, don't do a tattoo, don't do earrings, don't do that. I'm just doing that stuff now. I mean, I can't listen to her. I mean, it drives, yes, she's your mother and you're supposed to respect her, but, she's too involved.
Most people have this rebellion a little bit earlier.
Yeah, I'm going through it now. It took me 40 years.